Hey, it's Lisa Smith. I wanted to jump on today and talk with you about how to support your immune system during this cold and flu season. Especially, there are so many different viruses going around right now, including the one that has disrupted our lives for the past 2 years. But I'm getting a lot of questions about how can I support my immune system during this time. So I'm going to jump on and just share with you what I do for myself and my family and hope that that is really helpful for you. So a lot of these things you're probably already doing. I'm going to show you my basic protocol that I do daily during the winter season, and then I'm going to show you what I add on if we feel like we're starting to get a scratchy throat or we just feel like we're under the weather and starting to catch something. So let's get started. You already know vitamin C, right? Vitamin C is an absolute must every day. So helpful for keeping your immune system strong. I like all different kinds. I like this one in particular because it's buffered, which means it protects your gut. It protects your GI and keeps it from getting too acidic. So I like this brand. I like buffered. My all-time favorite vitamin C, though, is a liposomal vitamin C. It's a liquid. And I like this particular brand. It's designed for health liposomal vitamin C. You keep this in the fridge after you open it. And it works in a really amazing way because it's liposomal. When you take it, you hold it under your tongue for about 30 seconds. And what that does is it gets it into your bloodstream faster. So that's a good one. Check that one out. Good to have on hand in your fridge. You already know about vitamin D, right? We're all aware of the importance of vitamin D for immunity. I like Premier Research Labs. I like the drops. First of all, I get pill fatigue when I'm taking too many supplements, but also one drop equals 1,000 IU. So it's super easy to control how much you're getting and increase it as needed or decrease it. So I like that one. A couple other things that you are familiar with: zinc, right? Zinc and quercetin. Did you know that whenever you're taking quercetin, you should also be taking zinc? And here's why. The reason quercetin is so helpful and effective, one of the reasons, it's helpful and effective for a bunch of reasons, but one of the reasons is because it helps the zinc to get into your cells faster and more efficiently. And the zinc's job then is to go in and kill the viruses or whatever you happen to be fighting. So whenever you're taking quercetin, make sure you have zinc on board at the same time. Now, you may already know this from experience. It's a tough lesson to learn. Zinc should always be taken with food. Ugh. If you've ever taken it on an empty stomach and experienced zinc nausea, it's not good. You won't do it again. So make sure that you take zinc with food, actually after food, so that the food starts to coat your stomach first. Those are some of the basics that I love, and I typically take on a daily basis during cold and flu season. Now, I'm going to show you what I add on if I'm starting to catch something or if someone in my family is. Elderberry, amazing. There are different brands. It doesn't have to be a particular brand, but typically I like the gummies because truly, I told you, I get tired of taking pills, swallowing them, so the gummies just help to make that a lot easier. I'll take 2 at a time, and the nice thing about a lot of the elderberry gummy blends is that they also have a little bit of vitamin C in them and a little bit of zinc in them. So that's a helpful one. Another one I really like, but I'm out of, is called Veracid, and that's spelled Viracid, and it's from a company called Orthomolecular. I really like it. It's a combination of different herbs and different compounds that is very powerful to fight something when you're starting to catch something. So I love Veracid. When I don't have Veracid, which I don't right now, I also like Nutritional Frontiers Immunomax, and I'll take one or the other. So I'm out of Veracid right now. I have Immunomax on hand. I do keep all of these things on hand in a little bag. It is my cold and flu season bag, and I carry it every time we travel because I don't know about you, but with kids and us, I'm always finding that when I'm traveling, someone starts coming down with a scratchy throat or a stuffy nose. So I do keep those things on hand. A couple other things that are in my bag of tricks that you may not be familiar with if you start catching something and you catch it right away, this V-Clear, it's called V-Clear EPS. It's like a cough syrup, but it's not necessarily to take when you're coughing. It's just to take, it's a homeopathic formula, and you take it when you're just starting to catch something. And many times it can knock it out before it even starts. So that's a good one to have on hand. A couple others I want to share with you that are absolute game changers. Immune season, love this. Love it. Always have it in my purse. I carry it at my office. My kids always have some at home, because if you start catching that scratchy throat or that sore throat and you spray the back of your throat, and you can do it repeatedly throughout the day, it is seriously a game changer. So love immune season. And then I saved the best for last. This is one I don't ever like to be without, because it gives the most powerful punch. And it's called Vivi Virox. This is a formula from Systemic Formulas. That's the brand. Vivi Virox. It smells almost like cherry, because it has bitter almond in it. You know how that almond flavoring has kind of a cherry smell to it? Anyway, it has bitter almond in it and pata arco and a couple other herbs. But it is so powerful that if you're starting to catch something, this has saved my family and me more times than I can count during cold and flu season. You have to get it from a practitioner. It's kind of tough to find. I do carry it at my office, and I love it. So if you have any questions, you just let me know about these. I don't take them all at one time, so please don't stock up and start taking all these things. I do take things like vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and quercetin all at the same time. And then I pick and choose depending on what I have going on, what I might be taking at any particular time. That immune season spray is number one, because typically if it's mild, this thing will get rid of it right away, and I don't need all that other stuff. But I do have it on hand in case I start having to add more power, bigger guns as I go. So that's all for now. I really hope that that's helpful. If you're looking to get any of the herbs, reach out to your healthcare practitioner first, because we're also individual. I don't want to be recommending things that wouldn't be good for your system. So make sure you do check with someone on your healthcare team first before you start adding a bunch of herbs that you don't know, because they're really powerful. But things like vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and quercetin in reasonable amounts are typically good to go. So anyhow, reach out if you have any questions below. I will put some links to some of these just so you have them and it's helpful. All right, that's all for now. Take care.